Welcome. Come on in, brothers and sisters, from New York all the way to the Bay. Come on in, man. Come on in. It's your brother, it's your host. I'm the host of the show, man. Black Sheep. You can call me Black Sheep, man. You know what I'm saying? The gutter alligator. You know what I mean? Yeah. So come on in, brothers and sisters. This video is free to the public, but it's directed toward Black Americans. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So come on in. Good morning. And we just go talk about what's in our heart. You know what I mean? And let's start there. You know what I mean? Because that's the only, at the end of the day, that's the only thing that really just matter is what's in your heart, despite what anybody else think, despite what anybody else may feel. That's how they feel. That's how they going to sleep. You know what I'm saying? They going to sleep with a hard heart, with malice in their heart, with prejudice in their heart, with racism in their heart, with hatred in their heart. Then that's them. But it don't got to be you. You know what I mean? So, all right, come on in, brothers and sisters. My enemies and my friends is welcome. Come on in, man. Come on in, bro. You know what I'm saying? Because we all human beings, man, and we all got to make some sense about how to overturn the toxic tide that humanity has begun to be involved and enveloped in. Mother Earth is screaming out for her children, man, to come to some adherence and back to a relationship with her. Father Sky, come on. And everybody know he's yelling. You know, he's roaring like lightning. You know what I'm saying? For us to stop all the pollution, the atomic pollution, and just, you know, HARP being in the sky and releasing, you know, you know, the form of chemicals that's destroying, you know, our lungs on top of our bad habits as human beings. You know what I mean? So come on in, brothers and sisters. This is, and the show that you're on is a Black American Hebrew discussion, unity discussion, where we talking about Black people coming together. We talking about the Black Caucus, the Black Congressional Caucus, also about brothers and sisters being up there in Congress and fighting for HR 40 to be pushed up into the legislative act where it can come down and there can start being some form of preparations, you know what I'm saying? Some form of, preparations for reparations for all Black Americans. If you have to put under your nationality Black American, the United States government is now getting ready to address Black Americans, and they are getting ready to send all Black Americans a letter of apology for what they've done to your ancestors, and why, and ready to address and they're also ready to address the Jim Crow laws that we've been living up under from the Emancipation Proclamation on past Martin Luther King's movement of the civil rights, and so on and so forth, which what got us here where we all are. Wherever you are, there's a reason why where you are. Okay? So what I'm saying is, you know, a lot of us homeless people down here, a lot of my brothers and sisters that's homeless, they got the ability, you know what I'm saying, to run their own business. But they don't got that power in them no more to be working for the next nationality. When their own nationality means something. Black Americans come from somewhere and it means something. You see where I'm coming from? So just to have people on subsidies and some form of a benefits for being disabled and not immune to this society, you know what I'm saying? It's not enough for one human being, as it was speculated in the Emancipation Proclamation order, as each citizen of the Black Caucus, when they was released from slavery, was supposed to be given something from this government that wasn't released to them, but it closed the door on slaving them. But Jim Crow laws, like the brothers say, opened up the windows to keep, to keep the subordinacy and the, not pardoning us in as real citizens, as Stephen, even as today is still going on. And leave a comment if the content that I'm talking about, appeases to you, brothers and sisters, and you see the angle where I'm going with all this is trying to build a consciousness, a Black consciousness of who we are as Hebrews, the original Hebrews over here in the United States of America, up under and false titlement as status quo, Black American. So, it's all been about control. At every turn, it's been about control. And no, even now, so, you know what I mean? So, you know, so leave comments down below, brothers and sisters, if if you have anything on your heart you want to, put out there, and I'll go back, look at the comments, and I'll come back and comment on your comment and try to get a conversation started on, what we're going through, and deliver solutions, practical solutions to come back into the community, to be able to build a presence of an awakening Black America. You know what I mean? Build a presence, not what's now where we homeless, behind, what I'm saying, grocery stores and begging for 50 cents at gas stations and liquor stores. You know what I mean? That's finna be out. Cause now what's finna happen, man, it's finna come about to where it's just like these free phone booths, is out on every corner, that you could walk out your house and see a free phone booth out there. All you need, as soon as you come out your house, you need a free phone. You know what I'm saying? So it's just gonna be like that with reparations proposals. They gonna be at the door. Is you a Black American? Can you put right here what nationality you is? You Black American? Yeah, you're old. You're old. Compensation. You're owed a recognition. You're owed this, or it might just be, here's a letter for you, and the government, going to type out a letter, saying what's going on and whatever else is enclosed inside of that. And then they tell you got the other things coming on the way in the mail. Be expecting this, be expecting that. Then get ready to be expecting it, like they say. Whether it's a piece of land, like an acre of land, you know. You know what I'm saying? They say it's 35,000 for each citizen, but I believe that it's more than that. But who's to say? I'm not up there in Congress. I'm not descending off of Jacob's ladder. You know what I mean? So, we got to lead that up to, the congressional caucus on however that be delivered, because they working with, the United States, government. You know what I mean? For my Navy SEALs out there, and for all my brothers out there on them boats and doing what they doing, man. Thank you for serving for us, man. You know what I'm saying? And hoping that, maybe one day Black Americans, you know what I'm saying, can serve their own country, so to speak. But right now we still trying to pull up from, being stepped on, so to speak. You know what I mean? But that's all we talking about on this show, man, is trying to keep black consciousness, you know, alive, trying to keep our legacy in the present time alive, even coming up into our original, you know what I'm saying, our original nationality as Hebrews. You know, we can get in that Bible and learn how we can get back into celebrating what the Father has done to us. You know what I'm saying? When you know, we can pull up anywhere among our people, man, and start barbecuing, man, and everybody celebrating that, man, we still alive. And during these fellowship times, man, work on, you know, how to help each other pull out of certain situations. Even so, you know what I mean? Until we can get some form of intelligence centers inside of the community where, you know, motherfuckers could go from up under that bridge over here to the center where you can sit on the computer and, you know, and research, you know, on how to better your own personal individual self. You know what I mean? As opposed to how you can, and also on the same token, how you can contribute to your community. So I'm pushed up into this by a father, a higher. I would rather be doing something else, brothers and sisters. You know what I'm talking about? You know what I mean? In a real way, man. Simple as that, man. But I'm on a you know a you know a difficult path, man. And you know what I'm saying? And the gate to it, man, is real narrow, man. You know what I'm talking about? And Jesus say, man, Jesus say, man, it's not that many people that finds life, man. You know what I'm saying? Not that many people that finds it, but all of us that's out there and living in a broad way of say, so to speak, we not giving up about our Father. We ain't, you know, we so far gone inside of the curses, man. We gone in the curses, man. Gone, man. And niggas, we ain't together. It's genocide on each side, nigga, on every side. Genocide. You know, everybody on the platter right now. Me personally, I'm like John the Baptist. Motherfuckers want my head on the platter to take it to their bitch. You hear me? When all I'm really trying to say is, man, prepare the way for our Father, Ahaya, and his son, Ahuda. You know what I'm saying? That's all I'm here to say. You know what I mean? Yeah, man. You know, so the world, the way that it's going, you know, we locked up under a false, you know what I'm saying, a false viewpoint on how we looking at our own culture because it has been put in the wrong hands. You know what I mean? It has been, you know, watered down to whereas the images wasn't even the original images. You know what I'm saying? So I think it's some brothers and sisters out there that's trying to bring a case up against whoever was backed by, you know, using false images can be charged. You know what I'm saying, with the federal offense. You know what I mean, for using false images when the original narrative, you know, wasn't you know what I'm saying, tainted. You know what I mean, so to speak. So we all been up under the impression that Jesus was a white man, that he wasn't. Jesus didn't have long blonde hair and blue eyes. Jesus, the Hebrew that we all praise, the black man that we all praise, had skin of bronze and hair of wool. And see here how my hair is white as snow. See, that's not blonde hair, is it, brothers and sisters? Let me know. Leave comments down below. Let me know if this is blind. I'm just saying, you know, that's how we been bewildered, you know, type shit. You know, when Malcolm X had to stand up in front of the whole congregation, man, and be like, wait a minute. Now, don't the Bible say this and don't the Bible say that? Well, why if the Bible say this, if the Bible say that, what is that? And that's what I'm coming here to do, brothers and sisters. If the Bible say this, if the Bible say that, then what the hell is we doing? Because that's what all this is all about. You know what I mean? So, yeah. Yeah, man. So, yeah, yeah. You know, what is we doing? And Jesus gave his life, man. Jesus gave his life based on, you know, based on these truths. You know what I mean? And black folk, we don't got no respect in the community, you know, because, you know, because, you know, because of our, counterparts is up under a, stereotypical view that's pulled up over them as a norm. And remember, brothers and sisters, you know, this is control. I'm trying to let you know about control on, in every aspect of our lives. Yeah. And the only thing that's gonna pull black folk up out of what we going through is recognition by the government. The same government that's pulling these racist, stereotypical views of both of our counterparts. You know what I'm saying? Where we are just, like Tupac say, all eyes on me type, like, mentality. So it's like, well, the only thing that can release us from this racist stereotypical views that we have, being projected upon us, from all of our, counterparts from different, nationalities, even, smack their lips to the things that I'm saying to you, brothers and sisters. The power has been given to them from above. Where, like Jesus said, we do not wrestle against flesh and blood, but against the principalities, the powers that's up there in the media, that's putting these narratives out there. You know what I'm saying? And then people on their phone, this is their fee. And so they getting fed this information where, this is the view. Now what the government gonna have to do is give black folk, they dick back, basically. You know what I'm saying? Simple, simple. You know what I mean? Really, really so simple. You know what I mean? We didn't worked over here. We didn't every method, form of working. We didn't create it over here. And it's like it ain't shit. It's like it ain't even looked at. They expecting niggas to be smacking and hitting each other. You see what I'm saying? That's the only thing that's gonna go viral is black on black confrontation. So when Negroes come together, ain't nobody trying to hear that shit. Ain't nobody trying to hear black folk coming and adhering to any motherfucking thing. This is some black folk got to do among theyself. You know what I mean? Just like the world been saying, fuck us. Just like Tupac said, we just got to wake up in the morning and say, fuck the world. You understand? I'm just chopping game with you, brothers and sisters. Come on in. Come on in. You know what I'm saying? Just chopping game. It's a Black American Hebrew unity discussion. You know what I'm saying? Talking to you, brothers and sisters, about your original nationality as Hebrews. And what can we do to even, bring some form of adherence, to our existence and our relationship with a higher. You know what I mean? Our tongue, our own language has been stripped from our mouths. Okay? Our original language, Hebrew, is in the mouth and tongue of a whole nother foreign language. You see where I'm coming from? So right now I'm working on learning how to speak Hebrew. So later on, on this show, the brothers and sisters that's of the Black American nationality can come to this show, learn Hebrew, and it's enough of us speaking our own language, our own natural language. You know what I'm saying? Then we could come together and adhere to some other things where we could step up, and use the Marcus Garvey motto and say, hey, we are a nation. Yeah, yeah, you know what I'm saying? And be departed as citizens. That means no more police brutality, no more, race being looked at as just a dirty nigga, instead of just seeing a person as a human being that's coming up in the world trying to, survive and maintain existence. You know what I mean? None of that shit is looked at. It's just that, oh, that's a nigga. Oh, fuck, let's hang him. Fuck him. Hang him. Kill him. You know, he don't supposed to be living. He's a roach. Step on him. The mentalities that the government allow people to have against black folk. This is what we talking about. A lot of people making their blogs and these news channels talking about people, people, people. Yes, unfortunately, yes, it is people, unfortunately. But that's not the fabric of the situation. Okay, they're saying that, oh, those people that done that to those people, they're not alive today, and we're going to attack all this form of communication and in a way they conveying this information to us, because the way they talking to me, I don't want to put the titles on it just yet, because I want to make this point, and that is, we not talking about those people. Unfortunately, yes, we have to, just like Jesus said, for me to explain, earthly things, you got to be able to catch on before I can even move up to the earth, to the spiritual things. Okay, so yes, we talking about people, but unfortunately, we talking about people. Unfortunately, yes, we talking about people, but the people is being talked about when we're really talking about the government. You see what I'm saying? So we understand that there was slave owners, We understand that they still have descendants. Their descendants is still among us today. Okay? We understand all this. But we're not talking about what those people did to, unfortunately, other people. And unfortunately, my people. Right? We're not talking about that. We're talking about the law, the system. Okay? The government allowing things to take place and giving the power to certain nationality of people. You see what I'm saying? This is what we talking about. And in all due retrospect to both, just into history period, in this conversation, do away with the people. I ain't gonna say F the people. I'm just saying, just, block the people, take it from your memory right about now when you're dealing with looking at what's causing the people to do what they're doing. This is what we're talking about. Okay? Yeah. It was a system. Just look at Amistad. They was okay. Now, okay, I could use Amistad, the movie Amistad, say for instance. They was taken against their will and brought on boats to come over here. In the process of them coming over here against their will, there was a revolt on the boat. And they they made that attempt. It was a deadly one to escape. Understand? So when the white captors had captured or back in control of, the boat, when they made it to there, they was put on trial. You know what I mean? Okay, so you're saying, what is you saying? What I'm saying is them being captured was against the law anyway. who gave them the power to do that and not be penalized. So we can't blame, what I'm saying is we can blame the people that did it, yeah, but let's not look at the people that did that shit. Let's look at the powers that gave them that motherfucking power to do that shit. This is what we're fighting against. Everybody on their blogs, on their news channels, when they talk about people, communicate with the channels. Say, okay, we're not talking about the people. We're talking about what the system allowed the motherfucking people to do. The system. We're talking about the puppet master, not the fucking puppet. You know what I mean? So this is what we're talking about. And all through history, this is all that we've been talking about. The puppet and not the motherfucking puppet master. Me, I'm just a Sims, man, of a higher, my father, who pushed me up out it, who pushed me up in this world by a woman named Mary Marie Allison, who was known to be an angel. Among her friends, they called her Ben-Hur. A lot of her, a lot of people of her, she was a junior church mother of her church. You know, Miss Mary, Mother Mary. Our real close friends called her Ben-Hur because it ain't nothing, they could have brought to her that she ain't already heard. She stayed in prayer. So I'm just saying, man, yeah. And she introduced me, man, to Jesus at a very young age, man. You know, and Jesus introduced me to his Father. You understand? So I'm just like you may feel what you got to do or what you doing, and for whatever it is you doing that for. But all my energies is completely inserted to communicating to black folk and making an attempt to wake black folk through New York all the way through to the Bay. It is our time, as we say, to shine. We have a beautiful culture, and take that motherfucking label hip hop off of what the fuck we is and who we truly are as a Hebrew people. How can we let a whole nother nation of people brandish our emotional expressions? You understand? Fuck hip hop. That shit don't mean shit. That's natural music. Natural Hebrew expression, rhythmatic expressions. We'll find a name for it. But that hip hop shit, man, that shit ain't never existed. Just like the label Black American, Negro, and all these falsified labels they got on us don't exist. Just something they could label to make money off of and calculate. Capitalize off of. That's all black folk good for any nation around us. As a dead carcass is to somehow, some way find a way to capitalize off of us, even if it means just calling the police on a motherfucker for being part, doing, living life. And that happened to me the other day. I pulled over to help a sister out, trying to get up on her trunk. Because I guess it was fucked up. She actually, she was trying to get in. Police pulled up, talking about somebody called the police saying that, we were there for hours. I'm just pulling up trying to help her. You know what I mean? Yeah, so I'm just saying, man, we been targeted out everywhere in the United States of America, man. You feel me? And yeah, man, the media is running it all, man. As you can, travel in on and surf on your web and see, man. It's like Tupac say, the media been crucifying Brother Savali, and that's what they been doing, and that's how they control, this shit. to where, until Negroes could come together on some shit and control their own narrative of who we are. You know what I mean? And yeah, all just try to all get along and know that we ain't never been dogs. Stop looking at us as dogs, because that's where the white man looking at it as, oh, they so high, proud, and mighty, and feel they got money in the state, whereas we so low, we consider dogs. So when it's time to impart with power, and when it's time to impart with certain, certain, when it's time to impart with certain liberties, it's looked at like, when we don't want our dogs sitting at our table. It's like, like yeah. So, so it's the same situation what's going on up there, man. So let me get up out of here, brothers and sisters, and I send this video to you. Thank you for joining the Black American Hebrew Unity discussion, and just, chopping game with you, brothers and sisters, about our identity and who we are as Hebrew people, a nationality of people, a nation of people that stands a chance in the 21st century in coming to some inheritance of our true nationality, other than Black American, where, as you see, they're able to say what they want to say up under these these false narratives. All right, so I'll catch you on the next video, brothers and sisters, and we just talking, just trying to embrace you on the possibility of us as a Black Caucus, some form, some way, some fashion, coming to some adherence to our presence and our culture here on planet Earth, inside of the United States of America. Peace.